Hello Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. Well, it's an interesting day. We're going to be looking at something totally different that we have never looked at before. I'm going to show you how to use our short-term charts, and these are hourly charts that you can use to either cover short positions or get into a long position. But the important thing to remember right here is to look at the trade triangles. We're looking at just four markets today: Apple, Barrick Gold, Amazon, and the Dow. So you can see right on the top line here with Apple, all of our trade triangles are down, indicating the trend is definitely down. With Barrick Gold, all of our trade triangles are up, meaning you should be long this stock. And on Amazon, it's mixed. So the longer term trend is positive, and the intermediate term trend is negative, indicating a trading range right now. And of course, on the Dow, all of the trade triangles are red and negative. So let's start with Apple. And I already have put on a 60-minute chart, and you can pull this down. You can go from 1 minute. If you have that, I would not recommend that. 60 minutes is a good time frame. That's when things do turn around sometimes. So what we have also on the chart is a parabolic stop and reverse right here. You click there, takes it off, click again, and it turns it on. You can also see these red lines going across the screen right here. That is the previous day's close. And you can see right here, that's the closes, and you can see that we're above yesterday's close in Apple. Now the other thing to look at right here is to look at the parabolic, because if you were short Apple, for example, one of the questions we had from one of our members was they were short Apple and they were concerned about what to do. Well, if you were really concerned, you could take short-term profits when the market went over this line right here. This is the parabolic. These little dots right here are all parabolic, and you see the market basically has stayed under that line pretty much all the time. It just popped over there today, and you also popped over the 50 line right here on the RSI, which is the other indicator. Now all of the parabolic is now down here, so you could actually get back in if the market were to come down and go below this parabolic. That would mean an indication the trend was still going down. And you can see the parabolic numbers here. As you move your cursor across the screen, I'll show you, just watch that one spot right here, and you can see how it changes. So I know exactly at 94.17, that's when the PSAR is going to stop in on the hourly charts, which means the trend would be going back down again for Apple. So again, you want to use the PSR, which is the parabolic stop and reverse. It was developed by Wells Wilder, a friend of mine, and this is actually a pretty cool way to look at things, but it's only for really short-term trading. It's not something we adhere to or recommend because it takes a lot of time, but I would think it's something you may be interested in. We prefer using our trade triangles for swing trading, and that's worked out very, very well for us both every year we've used it. It's worked out well for our members who follow our model portfolios. So let's move on to our next stock. This is Amazon. Now Amazon, if you remember, was a mixed picture. The longer term trend, the monthly, was on the upside. The intermediate term trend was negative, indicating the trading range. But look, if you just look at Amazon now, unfortunately you cannot put the trade triangles on an hourly chart because it wasn't designed like that. It's really for the weekly and the monthly and the daily charts. You can put those on. But let's just take a look at this stock and see how we did. Okay, so here basically there's the parabolic right here. You see it's coming down, coming down, coming down. Below the line, so prices should go lower. They did go lower. And all of a sudden they popped over the line, and the parabolic changed from up here to down here. So that's the key thing to remember. So it went over the line, and now it looks like it's going a little bit higher. And you can see we're currently trading at 583, and the parabolic came in around, I would say around 570 maybe. That's about it. But this stock tends to have big swings, and you can certainly look at this as a trading method, but use the hourly. Don't go any shorter than that because you will have problems, I think. So again, this is where the parabolic is now, and you can see that's 578. So if we were to get stopped out, we would still have a profit on this position. Again, this is a trading range because you've got this particular triangle is green, indicating higher, and this one is red, indicating lower. So it's a trading range. So you can trade this on an hourly using the parabolic. I think it's an interesting way to look at the markets. You may want to just practice for a while and see how it works out for you, and share your views. Tell us how you do. This is Barrick Gold. As you can see, Barrick Gold, it's been a little bit choppy, but again, it's over the parabolic, It's moved up. It came back down. If you look at spot gold, it came back down to support. So this is an area where it did find support right at the RSI. Remember we talked about the RSI, the 50 line is a very, very important line. And look at how it just hugged that line right here, all along here. And really, the markets didn't go anywhere. So it just hugged that line. That one day, it just basically hugged the line. Prices just went sideways. And then all of a sudden, it dipped down. And then prices dipped down as well. Again, once it came over the line, it shut off the parabolic, executed the parabolic, I should say, and indicated that prices were going higher. So it's still in that mode. There's the parabolic right here. And that's indicating that the 474, let me get this right, so let me clear the screen so we get the right numbers. The right number is 764, which is right. It's hard to show you with where this is, but it's right here. Every time I move my cursor, I can't show you because it's just how it's done. But it's $7.64. So again, we're looking pretty good here on this particular stock. We want to be long gold. So here we are. This is the Dow Jones Industrials. You can see it's a bit of a rally. It went over there. Remember, all of our triangles are negative on this market right now. So really, we're looking for this market to go back below the parabolic to add to a short position, or even just to wait and see how this market plays out. So anyway, I'm Adam Hewison. We're expecting a huge snowstorm here in the East Coast, and hopefully it won't do too much damage to everyone's properties. And I'll catch you probably on Monday or Tuesday, but we'll have a poll tomorrow, which we're very excited about. We want you to input what you think is going to happen. So have a great weekend. If you're in the Northeast, be safe and stay warm. Thanks for watching.